Good morning, family. This is Ricky, and welcome to Hope for Today. Happy Tuesday, brothers and sisters. God bless you real good. We're talking about how to overcome sin all this week. The truth of the matter is that I got some sin, you got some sin. All of God's children got sin. But the good news of the gospel is that when I put my trust and faith in Jesus, faithfully, he washes me and cleanses me from all of my sins. And there's some of you who are watching today who are saying, yeah, but Ricky, I still continue to struggle. I have Christ in my life, but I still make mistakes here and there. And I want to just tell you that's because you're human. I want to be a little theological, and then we'll be a little illustrative, if you will, as we go to today's passage. When I put my trust in Jesus, something called justification happens. God justifies me. The old theologian said it this way. When I put my trust in Jesus, justification means he makes it just as if I've never sinned and just as if I've always obeyed. But when Jesus comes back, when he comes to reunite us with him for all eternity, something called glorification happens. Because even though in justification, the penalty of sin is removed, when Jesus comes back in glorification and we get our new bodies or we go to heaven, the very presence of sin will be removed. Until then, we contend with this reality that even though the head of the snake is cut off, anybody who's killed a snake in the country knows that that thing still has a way of wiggling around. Can I get a Stevie Wonder witness? So how do I overcome the presence of sin in my life? Yesterday we said you got to confess your sin. You got to be honest about it. But today I want to talk about what it means to commute away from your sin. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1, the writer says, "Therefore, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and sin which clings so closely, and let us run with endurance the race that is set before us." I want you to think intentionality. First, I got to confess my sins, but then I need to commute away from my sins. When you hear commute, think get away from unhealthy environments. I'm convinced in my life, and I'm convinced perhaps in yours, that oftentimes when we're struggling with sin, rarely is it the issue that we are bad people. And often it is the issue that we are among bad environments. Can I get a witness right there? Half the time that I get in trouble is not because I was trying to get in trouble, but I was around some trouble. Anybody know what I'm talking about? And often when you want to abstain from sin and get closer and closer to Jesus, it means taking a real critical examination of where you go and who you go with and what you do allow for yourself and what you put into your eye gate and your ear gate and your mouth gate. And it's all about environment. I have struggled with my weight for years. I'm just up and down. Can I get a big Luther and little Luther witness up in here? And so I'll never forget it becoming a game changer for me when I finally realized, oh, I can't have Oreos in my house at all. I mean, it hit me that when I have Oreos, it's never one or two Oreos, it's one or two sleeves. Some of us got smartphones that we need to exchange for some really, really dumb ones. Some of us are working in a job environment our flesh can't handle, and God is saying that salary ain't worth your soul. Oh, I pray for you and I pray for myself that you and I would examine our environment so that if there's anything in our environment that is leading us to sin, that we'll exchange that environment for a healthier one so we can be what God wants us to be. And that's hope for today. I'll see you next time.